Yo, what's up, y'all? It's G. You already know what we talking about. From the title of this video, you already know what I'm here for. You already know why you clicked on the video. We here to talk about week 2. Eagles versus Vikings. Now, I know I hear a lot of NFL analysts and a lot of NFL, inside sport color analysts, previous NFL players talk about the Eagles. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you how it is from an Eagles fan perspective. You can like it, you can love it, you can hate it, but I'm telling you, I'm speaking from the heart for a lot of fans who want to hear this be said. A lot of y'all talking about, the Eagles don't have to prove anything. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to prove anything. I think not, bro. I beg to differ. It's been far too long, for too many years, that we had to walk this long road of just nothingness, bruh. Until 2017, we've been walking a long road of nothingness. Last year was finally a year to hang our hats on and say, we starting to do something. Bruh. We don't have to be completely, utterly dominating teams. We don't have to win soundly. But you have a duty to prove to the fans of Philadelphia you are worthy of our support every single week. Last week against the Patriots is you teetering on the line of us about to get with your ass. Because at the end of the day, bruh, the way y'all played that game from start to finish, bruh, was just very, very, very Eagle-esque. And I feel like we'll never be able to break the Eagle-esque cycle. For those of you who don't know what the Eagle cycle is, it's always on the edge of your seat during any game, every single game. To lead 16-0 and only win by 1 point, and you tell me you have nothing to prove to me, is a lie to my face and a slap to every Eagle fan face, bruh. You have a lot to prove to us. Every time you step on the field, you got to prove to us that you're worthy of our support. Now, when you go out against the Vikings, bruh, it should definitely be, I would say, if you can hold Jay Jettis back from the end zone, we win by 6. 2 field goals, we win by 6. But at the end of the day, let's try to clean it up. Let's try to show we have a dominant spirit within us. When we played against the Patriots, it didn't feel like domination from the perspective of you don't have a chance no matter when you get on the field with us. I'm hoping to get somewhere near that. Now, for that to be done, Jalen Hurts definitely has to step up his productivity from week 1 to week 2. Because the end goal is the Super Bowl. But there's steps to getting there. At the end of the day, it was bad football last week. If you're going to look at me and say that it wasn't bad football last week, you're lying to yourself, bruh. For him to fumble at the end of the game like that, you have to go through your growing pains. He's a young boy. He's a youngin'. He has to learn. He got to get there. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, do we want to use Kenneth Gainwell or Swift? Nick Sirianni, you got to make that decision and make it clear to all of us. Play calling as well got to be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Audibles within the pocket. Jalen Hurts. Sometimes you just got to change the defensive scheme a little. The offensive line, my bad. Sometimes you got to make adjustments from what you see out there. Sometimes you got to really take a hold of the reins and run the show. Now, you had a couple of good moments, but you didn't have a good game. So what I want you to do is go out against the Vikings at home and show us why you were almost MVP last season. Because right now, bruh, you are not having a great repeat performance, bro. You looking like a mediocre quarterback. You looking like a Dak Prescott, bro. You looking like one mistake will lose us the game. Didn't you do that in the Super Bowl? Did you learn? Did you learn, bro? Didn't you fumble in the Super Bowl? I would expect the last thing you want to do this season is fumble the ball. And what did you do the first week? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a stack. You took a solid hit for what? Didn't you get injured from a solid hit last year? Learn from your past mistakes even in the heat of the moment, bruh. Because I know you're better than this. There's nothing I can say about the defense. They did a wonderful job. They did a great job. But at the end of the day, didn't we have problems in the red zone last year? It looks like we're facing the same problems in the red zone. The number one problem was what? Miscommunication. We have to figure out the part of miscommunication. Nick Sirianni already talking about next year we going to have harder practices and a harder preseason before we even start the season. Why? Because it's very, very, very sloppy. A lot of penalties being called. It's a lot going on that doesn't have to be. And I, for one, won't stand for it when you try to look at me in my face and say, hold your horses, it's all going well. No. The writing is on the wall for a few things. I need y'all to scrub that off. So this game against the Vikings, I needed to be a little bit more cohesive. I needed to be a little bit more glued together. I needed to be a little bit more sharp. I understand that last week y'all played in unfortunate weather circumstances. And honestly, last week was a lot of piss poor football for a lot of teams. But guess what? I'm going to hold y'all to a certain standard that y'all want to hit. I got to push y'all there. So to push y'all there, I got to tell you how it is, bruh. Last week shouldn't be repeated this season, bruh. Y'all got to get it together. I love my birds. The Cowboys out there smashed the Giants. The Giants, they trashed. The Cowboys, I swear, bro, they could win 17 games straight. When the playoffs come, we already know what Dak Prescott going to do. He going to fall short like he always does. He's going to come up short like he always does. Dak Prescott just ain't the man in the playoffs. That's why they got that backup. Because in the playoffs, Dak Prescott, for some reason, he drops the ball. You feel me? Literally and figuratively. Brock Purdy and the 49ers, he did his thing against the Steelers. They played a great game of football. The defense stepped up. They played wonderfully out there. They did what they had to do. They got the job done. But the one thing they got to see is if Brock Purdy is the real deal. At the end of the day, the Steelers and the Giants ain't really what they want. Are they really competition? Are they really competition for real? They not really competition. The Patriots are competition, even with the way that we played against Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. We did our thing against him and took home the W. But look how close he made it, even with what he had and with how we played. They took advantage of every opportunity that we gave up the ball. Every turnover we had happened to us, they made potential points come from it and or put themselves in a better position to win the game. That's what great teams do. That's what great coaching do. That's what we have to achieve. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to competition in the NFC, you only looking at the 49ers and the Cowboys. We have to become a sharper unit on all sides of the ball. We have to become better. And this week against the Vikings, we can do a little something. We can shake a little something and prove that Certain teams are beneath us as far as caliber. Yeah, you can win any given Sunday, but against the Birds, we fly high, and that day won't be Thursday. You get what I mean? You get what I'm saying if you know what I'm saying, because we play tomorrow. I honestly want to see the Eagles win by 6 or more. I don't know what the spread is, but in my mind, I feel like the defense that we have, the offense that we have, we should have enough to actually dominate this game and win soundly. Let's make it happen, boy. Let's make it happen, boys. Let's fly high. Let's get this W. Bring one home for us and make me feel more confident in you guys. It's been G. Peace in the Middle East. Supervisor Hair Crease. Take care. Comb your hair. And I'm out.